In this tutorial, I'm going to cover the Tendrils effect within xLights. So here is the icon, and I'm going to pull it onto a matrix. And you see we get this strange line type effect. But let me first cover how the colors work. When you select multiple colors, the tendril will transition from one color to the next. It does support color curves, but it just really treats them as individual colors and again transitions over time through the different colors. Now let's look at the movement options. So you can choose random, in which case it will just move everywhere. Square, and you can see it's tending to move in a square type action. Circle, and then you've got various zigzags up and down, left and right. And then we've got two special ones, music line, which will tend to pulsate to the music somewhat, and the same one with a music circle. And I'll cover the manual at the end. Now the tune movement has a different effect depending on which of these movements you've selected. So what I suggest is you read the manual if you want to know exactly what those changes are. The next one is thickness, so this controls the thickness of the line. Back down. Friction is how much surface tension, surface resistance is to the movement. So if I reduce the friction, you see the lines fly off the side of the prop. If I increase the friction, you can see it tends to hold its place in the middle. The next two, dampening and tension, are the ability for the tendril to return to its designed path, so be it a circle or a square. So just by altering these, you can see it's trying to stay within, move it back to circle, it's trying to stay within that circle, whereas if I move away, you can see it's starting to spread out. And these two tend to work in a similar way, just slightly different. But I find these three, it's just a case of tuning all of these three to get the effect that you want. Trails, okay, this will, if I leave it around, tend to leave a trail behind the effect. Yeah, if we remove that, you see it's much thinner effect. Length, yeah, we reduce that, you can see it shortens the length of the tendril. Speed, yeah, if we do this, you can see it much slower, and you might see the length effect have a bit more difference there. Then we've got the offset, so we can move the effect up and down. And then the final option I'm going to cover is this manual option. Once you enable that, it enables this set of dialogues here. And as you can see, you can actually move these coordinates, but really it's not for that. It's really for using with value curves. So you could do something like a zigzag there, on the X, and then we could also do, let's say, a sine wave on there. However, you can also create your own value curves, and I've done that. I've created one that writes out my name. So if I go here, I go value curves, I can say Bill X, and you can see it's loaded that in. And then I'll do the same with the Y. And what you'll see, well, you will have to increase the friction and the dampening, but it's trying to follow a path of my name. It's very difficult to see here, but you'll have to trust me on that one. Okay, so that is the Tendrils effect within xLights. So see you later.